Hello Raider Nation, this is Duntoff. Today I'm at the Raiders Allegiant Stadium. It is Tuesday, September 15th, 2020. It's a little bit after 12 in the afternoon. It's probably about 95 degrees right now. So you can see there's not much going on over here. Pretty quiet. But we got nobody, not too many people walking around. We do have, they're working on something. You can see they got the lift inside there, but I can't tell what they're working on. Yes, I'm not sure what they're working on there. So I was told, remember when I was out here Saturday at the Raider Image store, the employees said that this Raider Image is supposed to open tomorrow, which is Wednesday, September 16th. Now I never saw anything official anywhere, so don't hold me to it, but that's what two different employees told me. So check it out at your own risk. You look, they did put this Ford North Entry sign back up because they took that down. Remember the big crane that they were using to work on the torch? So they had to take that North Entry sign down so they could drive the crane through these gates here. All right, so the big news going around on social media is the Prison View media mesh. They have been testing it out. So as I was driving into work, they were still testing some of it. So I'm gonna walk down the east side here and see if they're still working on it. And yes, that gap is still there. It was there when I went by this morning. So not sure how that's gonna work, but I still think it will be, the gap won't be there when they're done. All right, I'm gonna start walking down. And the other thing, I'm on a mission today. I'm gonna go look for you got the Raiders Coke cans. They have the Coke, Dr. Pepper, and I think Coke Zero. Some people have found them out here now, so I'm gonna go find them. I know a lot of people want them all around the country, but I think they're only gonna sell them in Nevada. So I have a lot of people asking me about like how they could get them. I do see them on eBay, like the beer and the waters and stuff. So there's ways to get them, but they might not be the cheapest because most people are trying to make a buck on them that are selling them. So I'm gonna be on a mission. If I find them, or even if I don't, I'll have that at the end of the video. But I'm gonna go over to the video screen now. Alright, so right now I'm standing in the North Entry area. I want to swing around. They have a crew, looks like they're running some kind of electrical or something like that through the billboard here right on. This is the one on the corner of L. Davis and D. Martin. So if you remember, I showed in some other videos where they had they had the plates on the road and the sidewalk where they dug up. Looks like they're running power. So there's someone right on the corner working. He's right behind all these plants. But then they have their vans. So I'm gonna zoom in and see if we can see what it is. There you go. So it's some Delta Electric. So it appears like they're running power to these billboards, so that'd be nice if they get these and the media mesh screen all working by the Monday night game. I guess that brings up another question I've been getting a lot of, if there's tailgating allowed on property. And as of right now, no, we are not allowed to tailgate in the parking lots of the stadium. When I was here for Sunday's game, we were parked across the street, but there really is no tailgating, so It sounds like a lot of people are planning on coming for the Monday night game, but just be prepared to have an alternate plan, because you might not be able to, you know, tailgate anywhere. I'm gonna try though. I'm not saying I'm not gonna try, but we'll see. Because no one bothered us on Sunday, but it was only, you know, maybe 15 people. If I hear anything, because I know there was talk that they might open lots, but I don't think they are for this first game here. I think they just want to get that off smoothly and not worry about all the other stuff yet. So, all right, let's talk. Let me get to that medium mesh screen. Okay, I'm on the east side. They still have the screen on. You can see it's all red right now. So when I drove by at 1 a.m., they just had like the top right corner of it. It was like white, kind of white. And then I saw a lot of pictures where they were doing all different test patterns and stuff. So right now it's all red. And the sun's shining straight above. So you can see on this right side how you can see the red real good. And then as it starts going around the bend, how it kind of darkens up just because of the angle. But when I was driving in from the freeway, it might be kind of dangerous. You're gonna get a lot of people trying to see this big sign, whatever's on it. So they are testing it. It looks like all the spots are filled, you know, except for these gaps. So we just gotta wait and see. But I can't see them leaving it like that, but all right, so there's the thing. There are a couple people down here. There's a lift over here, and then it's, you know, almost 12:30 now, so a lot of people, I think it's all their lunch break. I don't know if these guys are the crew working on the sign or not. So you can see some spools, like wiring, I guess it would be. But we'll just keep a watch on this. So I'm on a mission now. I'm gonna go driving around and check in to see if I can find those Raiders cans. So I'll update that at the end of this video. All right, this is looking straight on. As you can see, I cannot get the whole sign in the frame of the camera. One thing you got to remember, like right now you can see these lines in between here. When the video is playing, you don't notice all that kind of stuff. I mean, this gap obviously would be big, that would be noticeable, but all these little lines, you won't notice them. So here, as I'm standing here, we're starting to get a different, you can see they're changing it up a little bit. But when they're playing regular stuff, I think your brain like fills in the smaller lines. But I'm not sure like what they do, if they just leave these on just to check, you know, just to make sure they stay on correctly. Maybe for things like this, if we look at this bottom panel down here, you can see that there's one little segment. I don't know how well we'll be able to see it on here. One little section like has a black line and the little purple dot. On the viewfinder, it's hard for me to see it just because it's so bright out here. I think it's right there. It is right there. I guess that might be what they leave this on for. But then they also have, like, you can see the one rectangle right there that's a little bit darker than everything else. So I I guess they just let it run to see if there's any malfunctions, as far as I know. So now that we're looking at this though. Alright, so I did get my little mini Allegiant Stadium with my season tickets, but I just never put it on because it was broken. So I'm waiting for my replacement. But on that little stadium, if you look at, there's a lot online you could actually look at. But right, pretty much it shows this side of the stadium, and it has a Raiders shield right in the center under where it says Allegiant. So I would think they're going to start doing that same stuff, where they'll have, you know, they could just put the shield on here because it's just like a TV, you know. So there will be some kind of shield on the stadium. You know, it might alternate, of course, just because of the advertisements for, you know, whatever else is going to be in here, but they will have the shield probably right there. Alright, so this one you can see just went black, and it was actually flickering a little bit before I panned over. Right now it looks like nothing's going. So, alright, so I'm gonna head to go try and find some of these Coke product Raiders cans. Alright, as I'm walking back to my car, you can see the guys over here working on this billboard again. They're up top now. Gives you a good perspective of how big they are. Oh, they're actually pouring some concrete or something there on the corner also. Hey, you want to share that key?
Oh, no, it's just an emergency exit.
Oh, I know. You too. Construction guy just came out of this gate, but it doesn't use the key. You could just push to get out, but you can't get in. Oh yeah, so they're pouring some concrete and working on the sign. There's another guy, I could see him on, they're doing something on the inside. Oh, that's how they squeeze through there. So that's right on the corner. So this is lot D. So that's right on L. Davis Way and Deanmark. Alright, I just stopped at Terrible Herbst, the one right by the stadium. This is the one on Russell and Polaris. This is where I saw last night that someone found them here. So they're out of them. They're gonna get another shipment in. I think they said sometime tomorrow. So I'm gonna go try a couple others on the way home. Okay, I just went into the other Terrible Herbst. There's one on each side of Russell Road right by the stadium here. So as I pulled up, I saw a car, the one I parked next to, they had Raiders shields and logos, you know, all over the windows, and I could see cases of them all piled up in the car. So when I got in there, of course they were, I mean, I found this baby. I just got one of these. So this is the Coke Zero. This is a cool one because it's all black, and then you can see on this side the got the helmet. But they're supposed to be getting more in every day, so it's just, but as I was in there waiting to pay, there were all kinds of people coming in again trying to get them. So they go quick. If you see them, you got to buy them because they're going quick. I mean, I'm sure over time there will be a lot of them, but if you want to get them right now, get them while you see them. All right, the other one though, the one I really wanted was the Dr. Pepper. So Dr. Pepper one, they didn't have any here. They just had the regular can. So on the way home, I think I'll pass one or two more of the Terrible Herbst. So I'm gonna check that out and we'll see if I can find it. All right, stop number 3. This Terrible Herbst has none. They didn't get them in yet. So they said they're supposed to get them in a couple days. I guess they gave them to the other ones just because they're right across the street from the stadium. So there's one more on the way to my house. I'll go check them. Alright, I'm just leaving Terrible's. This is the new, I guess, Chrysler pickup truck. This does not look too safe. He's even checking his load out on there, but this Forest Service truck, they're really checking them out too. But this is something new. I had to stop and get a picture of it. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, how's it even staying up there? When he starts driving, that thing's gonna fall on somebody. I mean, and look at that rear suspension. And he's missing his front fender also, so I would think he would get pulled over in an instant. Cop sees this, because that's major. Looks like he emptied his whole storage unit out and just put everything on top of his car. Just wanted to share it. Get all kinds out here in Vegas. I don't know, I'm just amazed at this, so I'm just getting a better view. I mean, that's crazy. That is so not safe. Because look, he hardly has anything holding it on either. Alright, stop number 4. Everyone's out of cases, but let me flip my phone around. I did find a Dr. Pepper, so you can see limited edition on top. But this one, the back of the can's really cool. So you see how they're split in half. Raider Nation, we got the inaugural season here. So nobody has any cases of them, so I'm just buying these single. I actually bought 2 of each, so you could see them, you know, display them, one front and one back. When I get home, I'll set them all up. But everyone's out of the cases. People are buying them like crazy. I might stop at one more. There's one more. It's kind of on the way home. I gotta go a few blocks out of the way, but I'm gonna check it out. Okay, there you go. All right, the 5th time was the charm. I got a case of each kind. And they had some Modelos. So I got a case of each. So happy I got them. Once I get home, I'll get them out of the trunk and show you what I got. Okay guys, just got home, so 5th time was the charm. They're selling really fast. So you can see I got a front and back. Those are the same cans, these 2. And then the front and back of the regular Coke, front and back of the Dr. Peppers. So Dr. Pepper's pretty cool because it actually has the Raider shield on the both sides. Where the 2 Coke cans just have that helmet. And then while I was buying these, she asked if I wanted some Modelo. They actually were in the back because she was trying to get rid of the old inventory first. So if you go somewhere, ask if they have any stashed away, because so you can see how the case comes. You can't even really tell it's special ones. The only way you could tell is if you kind of pull the box back. And then you can see right here the little stripes going up, but so a case of each. All right, so we got working on the video boards. They're working on the electronic billboards. And I got my stash of these ones just came out yesterday, they said, or at least Terrible Herps convenience stores just got them in, so they're going quick. All right, Raider Nation. We'll talk to you later, so stay safe. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.